Merhabalar değerli Elektrik Port takipçileri. Eurasia 2018 fuarında Phoenix Contact'ın yanındayız. Thomas Güse ile bir röportaj gerçekleştireceğiz. Kendileri Phoenix Contact firmasında İş Geliştirme Müdürü olarak görev yapıyor. Hello Mr. Thomas, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine and thank you for being here and have a chance for the interview.
Thank you so much. Since when is PLCnext technology available and what can I understand under this technology?
Yeah, we introduced PLC technology at the SPS IPC drives in 2017 the first time, and now we launched the product as well. And yeah, so PLCnext technology is not a classical product as we know it before. It's a complete new technology which we provide for the market, which brings complete new possibilities to a controller. And the main focus of PLCnext technology is openness.
Thank you. On what kind of hardware does PLCnext technology run?
Yeah, the first hardware we have is our Axioline controller ACF2152, which we see on the wall behind us. I don't know if the camera can see it right now. So it's a 2-core ARM9 based system with 800 MHz and 512 megabytes of internal RAM. And this year we also will introduce additional hardware for the market. But in my mind, the CPU does not play the really important role on this thing. So it's more the extended functionality and the capability to adapt different applications.
Thank you. What is so special on PLCnext technology and what are the unique selling points?
Yeah, in the past the IEC 61131 control system have been the leading edge, and the determinism, which was always quite important for PLCs, was realized by using this kind of solutions. And it was possible to implement high-level language programs like C# or C++ within the code of the IEC 61131 system. And this is why many competitors did it today, and we also did it for several years right now. And with the new solution with PLC technology, we offer developers the option to integrate C code with C interface in a new way, but without embedding this into the IEC 61131 code.
Thank you. Does Phoenix Contact plans to get off the IEC 131 market in the future?
For sure not. So this was never planned. IEC 61131 is still a base for PLCs, but we extended this possibilities by using the PLCnext technology controller, the PLCnext technology-driven controller. So the determinism, real-time behavior, robustness of the standard controllers are just extended and enable our customers to use other languages based on the knowledge they already have, and use the same stability and the effect they had in the past.
Thank you. Why is the time right for such a new controller concept as we see with PLCnext technology?
Yeah, we see that the new generation of people who come from the university usually have the request to do the programming in high-level languages. Of course, IEC 61131 is still educated in schools and is still the leading method for machine control. But as you see from the community used for the Raspberry Pi example, that the demand of doing program development is changing and it's different, and that's why we introduced the PLCnext technology, where we keep this openness to let developers decide in which programming language they want to build up their applications.
Great. What is so different on PLCnext technology compared to other controlling concepts?
Yeah, as already mentioned, we see a clear trend to high-level language programming. And in this field, tools like Eclipse, open source tools, or also Microsoft tools like Visual Studio are quite common. And for control algorithms, also MATLAB Simulink is a really common tool, is that tool for getting control algorithms. And we see the necessity to enable developers to integrate all these programming languages within one controller to be more flexible.
Great. Which advantages do you see in use cases by using PLCnext technology?
We have a huge field of infrastructure and a lot of projects like traffic infrastructure, wind energy, wastewater, or other different industries controls are used in process industry. And here we will find a lot of different recommendations how solutions shall be integrated and shall be done. And this is where we see the clear advantage of PLCnext technology. So the wind energy sector, for example, which I already mentioned, may use MATLAB Simulink to get these controlling algorithms. And also with C code, you have more opportunities to write more complex functionality than before by using IEC 61131 tools.
Thank you. Do high-level languages tasks have the same real-time and determinism behavior as I know it from my classic PLC work?
Yeah, so we developed some brand new technology. We call it ESM, that's the Execution Synchronization Manager, and the GDS, which is called Global Data Space. And developers can just utilize this functionality to integrate their tools by using these APIs and let the system control the complete functionality of these different applications in a real-time behavior. This is quite important, even if it's not embedded in the IEC context. And also the exchange of the data, the deterministic and task synchronous exchange of data will be ensured. And this is definitely a new behavior compared to the classical PLC world.
Thank you. High-level language programming is already common in the automation industry. What is so special when doing implementations with PLCnext technology?
Yeah, this is true. So I already mentioned it. In many industries, high-level language programming is quite common. But to integrate this in a PLC, it was quite difficult. So usually you need a PLC to do the control task. You have an IPC or embedded PC to do some data analysis, and it was quite hard to synchronize these both types of, say, systems by exchanging the data. And this is where we take care for, so you can combine even technology, which is systems that are run on a PC, into the PLCnext technology controller and combine everything on one system. And this is a big advantage, so you also can save hardware by fulfill these tasks on one controller with embedded systems and different kind of programming languages.
That's nice. How does Phoenix Contact avoid that there will be interferences between different tasks?
Yeah, that's what we do by using the GDS. So it's kind of intelligent shared memory. But there are mechanisms which take care that even if you have different tasks that operates on this controller and might interrupt each other, change variables in this global data space. So it's a kind of right management behind where we take care that each task has a right to access the data just in time when it should be cycle consistent and deterministic.
Thank you. Which options do I have for control solutions in addition by using this open platform?
Yeah, until we know, we only talked about how to develop programs and do the programming of a PLC, but we have more added values. So we have different functionalities. It can be combined with Profi Cloud systems, for example, from Phoenix Contact Software, which we offer as a service, which comes with a controller. So you have a QR code printed on the side of the controller. You just scan it and get immediate access to the cloud. You can add your values, your tools to analyze the data, access this via the internet. And this makes it quite open. And even if you say, okay, this kind of cloud system is not so interesting for me, I would like to have another cloud system or want to implement other databases, it can be directly done on the controller by using your tools you already have in your company, you use to do your development to make this integration. That's what we mean by openless and limitless.
Thank you for this interview.
Yeah, thanks.
Değerli Elektrik Port takipçileri, bir röportajın daha sonuna geldik. Bir başka röportajda görüşmek dileğiyle. Hoşça kalın.